Welcome guys to another practice. Today we're going to do what I love, which is to simply flow on the mat, to at times go a little bit outside of the actual mat, to touch the floor, to circulate, to face forward, face back, and then sometimes maybe facing sideways and just being very free and not really respecting the borders and edges of this mat, which is great, but what if we don't limit ourselves to its size and its width and its length? Let's explore together. Let's begin today sitting down with legs crossed. You can always sit over a block if that is more comfortable for you. And whenever you're ready, I'm going to invite you to close your eyes. And you can just rest your hands over your lap, over your knees, wherever they land. And just take a deep inhale here. And sigh it out through your mouth. And you can do this a couple times. Maybe since you're at home, I imagine you're at a place that you're comfortable in. Feel free to make some noises if that feels good, and it usually does. You know, maybe to hum it out or to sigh the air out and just begin to make yourself comfortable and maybe be even a little bit more vulnerable to yourself. Begin to soften your body, soften your legs, soften your face, soften your eyes and mouth. And just allow the air to slowly slide in and fill you up and slowly let it slide out, emptying yourself. And just begin to notice this rhythm, a natural rhythm that the air follows in and out of your body. Allow your eyes to slowly roll over and up to the spot in between your eyebrows. And for a moment, just notice, where you truly are. Invite your mind to meet your body in this place. And your practice is only a practice because there's an intention to it. You bring something or many things to it. And maybe today, dedicate this moment, your movement, your energy to something. Why are you here? And maybe not why are you here, but if you could dedicate this moment to something or someone, then what would it be? And maybe just bring your hands to touch your body if you want, and as you connect to that, or simply as you connect to your breath into this moment, if you don't wish to go any deeper right now. And I hope you enjoyed today's practice, and I hope you remain open-minded to flow and to not really worry about doing it right. Namaste. You can begin to open your eyes, guys, slowly, and you can just soften your hands. I'm actually going to ask you to begin to circle your wrists. And if you feel like kind of stretching the arms out a little and just feeling your elbows straighten, maybe begin to rotate the shoulders in and rotate the shoulders out. Just begin to kind of feel different parts, the wrists. Maybe I begin to feel my shoulder and the joints. Maybe every time I roll my shoulder in, I begin to round my back a little. And every time I roll it back, I open my heart. Just begin to flow with this a little. Option to kind of, bend the elbow if you want. Perfect. And then let's begin to interlace our fingers, reach up into the sky, just a big stretch. You can always move a little from side to side if that feels right. And slowly begin to bring your hands behind you, tips of the fingers on the floor. Inhale to open your heart. Exhale to soften. Let's stretch our legs for a second. Just push them out there a little. Feel your knees. Yeah, just if you feel kind of like bending the knees and dropping them from side to side, you can. Just very free movement right here in the beginning. Maybe you just want to keep them straight. Maybe you're just tapping your legs. Then I'm going to ask you to cross your legs once more. Perfect. Begin to bring your hands and release them behind your neck. Inhale to open up your heart. And as you exhale, round the spine and point the elbows all the way towards your belly. Let's do this 3 more times. Inhale to open. Use the breath to help you expand. And exhale to melt and round your back. Inhale to open. Exhale to soften, round. Inhale to open. Exhale to round. Now inhale to open again. And as you exhale, a simple twist all the way to the right side. Left hand stays outside of the right knee. Right hand right behind you. But I don't want you to be static here. I want you to move your spine a little. Maybe you're rounding your back. When you're in cat and cow and you come into those very free movements, imagine you're doing that here. So you're kind of looking. I always say I'm looking for something. I'm not really sure what it is. But I'm seeking sensation, I'm seeking space. Everything but static. And once you find some space here, rocking the shoulders, I want you to slowly bring the right hand behind your head. Inhale and focus on the elbow that points up to the sky. And as you exhale, fall a little bit over this left knee. Keep your heart facing up towards the sky. And keep pushing this right elbow up, and you have the option of kind of pointing it down towards the ground and then rolling it back up. So explore this line here. Just point it a little bit down and then slowly roll it back up. And as I do this, I begin to kind of tap into this right side of my body. There's also a quality of twisting here as well. And just play with it. And then maybe inhale and reach it up high, lean onto your hand. And as you exhale, just slowly bring it back. Hands to the knees and round the spine. Inhale into your back. Exhale, open heart, chin up. Perfect. Inhale as you reach up into the sky again. And as you exhale, let's twist all the way to the left side. And just bring the belly in a little. Feel that twist happening. Remember to melt the shoulders down and then begin to move. Maybe you're pushing your heart forward, then you're rounding it. And then maybe you push that right rib cage forward and back and just explore here a little. Take a moment to, come into this twist, but in a different way. When you open a drawer and you kind of put things out of place to either reorganize or just to find something, and that's what we're doing here. We're not just opening the drawer, right? We're actually looking and seeking. And then slowly left hand right behind your head, and imagine you're pushing this left elbow up, inhale. And as you exhale, lean a little bit over this right leg. And you can begin to play, turning the chest down and then turning your chest up towards the sky. I like to imagine I'm drawing something with this left elbow. Use the breath. Even use this right hand on your knee to give you some sort of stability. And then inhale, reach it up and high. And as you exhale, slowly bring it back. Hands to knees around the spine. Inhale. Exhale, open heart. Nice. Let's slowly come into our downward facing dog very quickly. I just want you to stretch your legs for a minute. Bend the knees, soften the head, paddle it out a little. Maybe both of your heels are off the floor and you're just really feeling the hands, the fingers are wide open. Pushing yourself up and back, and then maybe stretch one leg and then stretch the other. Just exploring it a little bit here. Finding some space. And then very slowly we begin to roll forward to a tabletop pose. From this tabletop pose, we automatically begin to kind of focus on our hips and begin to draw a circle with your hip. Begin to tuck it in and then maybe push it back. just pick a direction and begin to move it. Or maybe open your knees a little bit wider so you begin to feel your groin, your inner thighs a little. Really focusing on the lower portion of our body, and then circle your hip to the other side. Imagine you're just, it's all beginning from the bottom all the way to the top. So we begin in our hips. And then after we move our hips, I want you to kind of feel that movement coming a little bit more towards your rib cage as you slowly round your back to the sky and then begin to melt it down to the floor. And notice when you soften your elbows, it almost feels like you're able to push that rib cage, like your stomach area, closer to the floor. So you just begin to feel a little bit more intention in the middle of your back, on your rib cage that pushes to one side, down to the other, and up. And now let's allow the movement to slide all the way to our heads. You begin to maybe invite the neck and the head to the movement, to that circle. Remember to keep the elbows very soft, which allows you to kind of erase the edges and the corners of the movement. And remember to circle to the other side, to switch direction. You can always do that at your own pace, whenever you want. Nice. Slowly, guys. Let's sit back on our heels. And I want you to slide the left hand outside of the mat. Slowly reach the right arm up. Inhale. And as you exhale, fall a little bit to the left side. You can always kind of bounce the body a little bit here. I always like the bouncing. Again, we're always seeking something. So as I kind of bend this left elbow and almost straighten it, I begin to tap a little bit more into the right side. And from here, I want you to slowly begin to press the left hand down, stretch the right leg out, and come into a sort of a wild thing, reaching the right arm up and away. And you can even circle this right arm in the sky a little bit, just finding some space and room in your right shoulder, maybe in the whole right line of the body. Nice. From this place, slowly as you exhale, bring the right knee down. Let's shift sides, right hand on the floor, and reach the left arm up into the sky. Now begin to melt a little bit to the side, kind of pushing the hip to the left as you fall to the right. And maybe come into that bouncing where you tap into that left side. And slowly, I'm going to even turn a little bit towards you guys. Shift the weight to the right hand and stretch that left leg out. And then maybe reach the left arm up. It's kind of like a wild thing. And you can kind of explore with this left arm. Feel it a little bit. Allow it to sway maybe next to the floor and then above your head. Just finding some space in your armpit. And then slowly bring the left knee down. Let's pass by a child's pose and we shift to the other side. Left hand down, reach the right arm up, but we immediately come into that kind of wild thing as you rise up over the left hand and stretch the right leg up and away. Open it all here. And as you exhale, I want you to slowly sit behind the left heel. And as you sit down, left knee is bent, right leg is straight. I want you to slowly slide the right hand down the right leg and begin to reach the left arm up and away. Maybe you melt the whole body over this right leg, just finding some space. And then slowly, left hand comes behind you. And as you inhale, rise up over this left knee. Open it all. Circle the right arm up and back. And as you exhale, I actually want you to step this right foot forward. You're going to walk your hands forward until you reach a low lunge. Tuck the left toes, raise the back knee, and bounce the hip a little bit. I always like to play with the outer blade of the right foot, so sometimes I just come onto the outer blade. And if you want to go deeper, you can always bring the hands outside of the mat, come onto the outer blade, and just explore. Go low, sway the body, feel it out. Another drawer that we open, that we're exploring and that we're feeling. Yeah, option to keep the back knee down if you'd like. Slowly, we stop this movement, and I want you to bring the left hand down to the floor. Raise the left foot off the ground, and we're going to shift again. I want you to slowly melt the left foot to the left. And as you do that, you're going to slide the right foot all the way to the back of the mat. From there, once again, rise up over the left knee and circle the right arm up into the sky. Hold there, maybe raise the right leg up and push both edges of the body, the right hand and the right feet away, maybe circle the ankle and the wrist. Option to grab the right foot behind you and kick it away. Allow it to kind of pull. The more you kick it away, the more you open this right shoulder. Breathe here. Slowly let go of your foot. Begin to bring the right knee in. And once again, we step forward. Tuck the left toes. And we turn all the way to the left, coming into Skandasana. Sit low. Maybe the right heel is not on the floor. Maybe it is. Maybe you're pushing your hip back as you walk the hands forward. And maybe you're also bouncing the hip up and down. Finding some space. And we slowly make our way all the way to the middle, in between our legs. But once you get there, also soft, bounce a little bit, sway. Release the head. Just feel it out. Option to kind of play with your spine here as well. Maybe just the tips of the fingers on the floor. And you also soften the elbows to kind of move and to sway. From here, we slowly come back to the front of the mat. Bend the left knee. Let's rise up into a low lunge. But push the right foot against the floor so you rise up. Reach up. Option to grab that left wrist with the right hand and pull the left arm up and lean a little bit to the right side. And also explore, lean back and then maybe shift a little bit forward, trying to find more space in this left side of the body. Option also to grab the left elbow inside of the wrist and really pull it up and away. As you exhale, bring the hands down, tuck the back toes and drop the body over the right leg. Coming into a pyramid pose, just feel it out here. Perfect, maybe bounce as well, soften. And from here, we bend this right knee, reach the right arm up into the sky, inhale for your twist. Exhale, twist a little bit deeper. From this place, we slowly shift all the way to the left side. And without going high too much, we're just going to stay low and go all the way to the back. Hands to the floor. And I'm going to take a downward facing dog. Paddle it out a little. We slowly shift forward to our plank. Knees to the floor, back into child's pose. From there, we roll forward into an upward facing dog. Melt the hip. Bend the elbow a little. Option to always kind of sway, find that space, or maybe even push the hip outside of the mat. And from that place, we take it back into a downward facing dog. From this downward facing dog, begin to walk the hands all the way to the feet. And as you exhale, maybe hug your legs, bow down. Slowly begin to rise up as you inhale. Arms above your head, a big stretch. Center your right foot. And I want you to slowly sweep the left leg behind the right. Once again, grabbing that left wrist, pull it up and away, lean a little bit back, feel the left side of the body. And as you exhale, we turn left over our toes and we're back to the top. Once you're there, feet are wide open, circle your hip a little bit. Keep the knees bent and make sure you push the hip past the line, the edges of your feet. So behind my heel, to the right side of my foot, to the left side. And from here, let's slowly reach up again. Feet together, and as you exhale, melt down to the ground. As you inhale, look forward. And as you exhale, back into your downward facing dog. You can stay there, or you can roll forward with me for a plank. Knees to the ground, chest in between your hands and chin. Slowly push yourself forward, upward facing dog or low cobra. And as we exhale, back into a downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, knees down, and sit on your heels. As we sit on our heels, we go to the other side, right hand down, and I'm going to slowly shift my weight to my right knee, my right hand, and stretch the left leg away. Inhale to open, reach the left arm up and away, like a wild thing here. And as you exhale, let's sit behind the right heel. Pull it in a little. Nice. Immediately we begin to fall over this left leg. Option to reach the right arm up. Maybe you're super flexible and you can already grab, not that I am, but I practiced today already. Maybe that's why I can do it. And then you can maybe grab it, or maybe today is not the day, you're just here, or maybe you're just falling over this left leg and feeling it a little. Nice. Your knee can also be bent. You don't need to straighten your leg. Soften the back of your head. Slowly, let's take our right hand behind our hip. Once again, inhale to rise up over the right knee. Circle the left arm up and away. Open your heart. And as you exhale, before you sit back down, this left foot slowly steps forward and you make your way to a low lunge. Hands down, right knee off the mat, and move it a little. Feel it out. Now, just like we did to the other side, if you want, left hand in front of the left shin, hands outside of the mat, and then fall onto the outer blade of this left foot. And then explore. Go low, bend the elbow. For 3. 4, 2. Slowly begin to bring the back knee down. Bring the hands down to the floor. Right foot rises and it falls all the way to the right side. I begin to shift my weight. Left hand is light and my left foot sweeps all the way to the back of the mat. As I inhale, I step that foot on the floor. Rise up into your wild thing. Open and then begin to kind of raise that left leg off and push the edges of the body away. Option to kind of feel it out. If you want to even move this knee in the sky, come into some circular, draw a circle here with your knee, you can, or maybe you're just pushing it away. Open as wide as you can, and then, if you want, grab the foot behind you. Hold it out here for 2. Push it away. 1. As you let it go, begin to bring the left knee into your chest and gently step it forward. Right foot comes back and we shift all the way to the right side, coming into Skandasana. Now feel it out here. Maybe you're bouncing the hip. Maybe your left heel is off the floor and that is fine. Maybe you're just creating space, or maybe you're moving your hands forward, melting the body as you push the hip back. And maybe there's times that we get frustrated in our practice, and then it's good to remember why we're here. Sometimes, and it's normal, we get lost. There's so much information, there's so much comparison, there's so much, that we fantasize. And then slowly, let's begin to walk our hands in between our legs, stretch your legs, and just melt the body in between it. You can either stay here, swaying the body from side to side, or with your peace fingers, you can begin to interlace your big toes. Look forward as you inhale, and as you exhale, bend the elbows out and melt the head down. Hold here. Shift the weight a little bit more forward towards your toes. Feel your fingers also pressing against the mat, and imagine your hip is shifting a little bit forward to the same line right in the middle of your feet. Not too much towards your heels, a little bit more to the middle of your foot and towards the toes. Just the weight shifting forward. No fear, try it out. And slowly, as you inhale, look forward, and we begin to make our way back to the front. Right knee down to the floor. Let's rise up into a low lunge. Left hand grabs the right wrist this time. Remember, you're pushing the left foot against the floor and begin to melt a little bit to the left. Option to explore. You can also grab the right elbow with the left hand. And then you can even come into a sort of circle here. Just exploring a little bit more. Moving from your mid-back up, but also the hip shifts a little bit forward and back to allow you to have a little bit more balance as you move. As you exhale, hands come down to the floor, pick up the back toes and stretch the left leg as you melt the body over it. Coming into a pyramid pose. Begin to bend the left knee once more. This time, right hand down. And as you inhale, reach the left arm up into the sky. As you exhale, go a little bit deeper into that twist. Really open. And from here, we shift all the way to the right. Once again, into Skandasana. We don't stay there for long. Let's make our way all the way to the back of the mat. Hands down, but this time, I want you to slowly shift the right leg up into the sky as you inhale. Bend the knee, open hip. Option to explore a little bit in the sky if you like with this right knee. Circle it as wide as you can go. And as you exhale, begin to open the knee and imagine you're going into a wild thing, but as you step the right foot down, you first sit. After you sit, bend the left knee and let's slowly circle the right arm to rise up over this left knee. Open up. Exhale, shift back down. Left foot comes back to the mat and we're going to slowly roll over to a plank. As the right foot steps, we come into a side plank, reaching the left arm up into the sky. Stay strong, option to raise the left knee up, option to grab the knee, or if you want, option to grab the big toe and stretch the leg up into the sky. Hold here a little. Nice. Slowly begin to bring that left foot forward, step it, and we come into a warrior two. Open. Left knee is bent in front of you, back leg is strong, soft. Begin to reverse your warrior, reaching the left arm up and back. Stay here a little. Bend the left knee a little bit deeper as you reach the left arm up and away. And as you exhale, focus on the left hand. I want you to begin to look at the right foot as you circle the left arm all the way to the left foot. Begin to bend the left knee, but you're still grabbing onto that right ankle. Go as low as you can. Your head is in line with your hip. And let's slowly shift back to the front of the room. Sweep this left arm on the ground. Bring the back knee down. Right foot is in front of you. Maybe walk the left hand out of the mat. Reach the right arm up. An option to grab the back foot. Come into your own variation. Maybe you're really bending the right elbow, bringing the heel towards you. Or maybe you're just bringing left elbow down. Or maybe you're not even grabbing the back foot. Maybe you're just pushing the right knee away. Hold here for a moment. Try to create some space between this left shoulder and your left ear. Try to twist the chest and the body a little bit towards the back and melt the left hip forward towards the right heel. Perfect. Slowly begin to come back, hands on the floor. From here, I want you to raise that back leg, shift it all the way to the right. So left foot falls to the right. And from here, we're going to slowly rise up. Right leg is straight towards the top of the mat, left knee is down. Tuck the hip in, like you're pushing your hip forward. Begin to walk the right hand down and reach the left arm up. Stay here for a little. Maybe your right hand is down or on a block. Hold and really push it up. Feel the skin stretching from the knee all the way up to your armpit, to your left hand. Try to really keep this right leg strong and turn your right chest up. Option to bring the left hand behind your head and kind of pull, create space, and push this left elbow up and away. As you exhale, a big circle, point this left elbow down. Let's sit on our left heel, shift the left hand to the back of the room, inhale to open again. Wild thing over the left knee. And as you exhale, bend the right knee. Let's shift everything back to the front. Hands down, slowly, right leg up into the sky. Option to come into a down dog or to just come forward. Back into upward facing dog. Transition in your own way. And as we exhale, downward facing dog. Nice. Feel it out here for a moment. Bring the knees down if you want. Take a child's pose. Option to rock a little, release your forehead. Or if you're in down dog, stay there for 3. one, begin to slide your arms forward for those in a child's pose. Let's roll to a tabletop, tuck our toes, and back into down dog. Everyone from down dog, left leg rises up into the sky. And as you exhale, bend the knee to open the hip. Option to rotate that knee in the sky a little for 3. Bringing it close to the right leg and then opening it wide to the side and back. Just feeling space. Imagine you're slowly rolling to a wild thing, but as the left foot steps down, you sit on the mat. Relax the body. Bend the right knee, sliding the heel towards you, and then rotate, circle over the right knee. Inhale for a wild thing here. The left knee is heavy. Exhale, circle back down. Stretch this right foot. Let's roll over those toes. As soon as the left hand and the left foot come down, you are straight into a side plank, Vashisthasana. Option to raise the right knee up into the sky. Option to grab the big toe and reach it up. 3. For 2. And 1. Begin to slowly take your time. Step the right foot on the front of the mat and rise into Warrior 2, Virabhadrasana. Soften, open your legs, arrive slowly. And once you're there, reverse. Reach the right arm up into the sky, open up space. Stay here for a little. Bend the right knee a little bit deeper if you can. And now, begin to melt your eyes towards the left foot. Sweep the right arm down, pointed to the front of the mat. As you bow down, you're still looking back at the left foot. Lean down, the head is in line with your hip. Right arm is floating, and then we sweep the right arm to the back of the room, hands down. Once we get here, right knee down. Walk the right hand outside of the mat. And maybe you can circle the left arm to grab the right foot behind you. Open up here. Maybe the foot kicks away to open your heart, or maybe you're bending the left elbow, slowly pulling that heel towards you. You could also kind of bounce, pull it in and loosen a little. You don't have to be too strict with your body. Sometimes he's the one who dictates the rule for the practice, depending on the day. Choose your variation here. Breathe just a little bit more. Remember to bend. Remember to melt the right hip towards the left heel and turn the chest a little bit back. Keep the right ear distant from your right shoulder. Cultivate that space. And as you exhale, let it all go. Bring your hand down to the ground. This right foot that just touched the floor comes up again, and you sweep it all the way to the left side, so you sit on that heel. As you sit on that heel, you just turn to the side, to the right side, and rise up. Keep this left foot strong, hip strong, and begin to reach the right arm up. Inhale here, and as you exhale, melt a little bit. And build that space little by little. Don't expect to go to your limit or, to a very deep asana. It all takes time. That's why we stay a little. That's why we ask questions, kind of ask the body, can I go? And then it takes a while for you to maybe, understand and respect the answer. Option to even place the right hand behind your head and pull, like you're pulling it up and away, pointing the right elbow up. As you exhale, let's come into a circle. Circle the right elbow down. Bring the right hand all the way to the mat. And from this place, we're actually bringing the left hand down as well, tucking the right toes, and they meet the left leg back into a downward dog. Shift back, big way forward. As you exhale, chaturanga, rise, upward facing dog, inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. From here, let's begin to slowly rise up over our knees. Tuck your toes, bring your hands to your low back. just a camel pose here, Ustrasana. And I say just because you do not need to go to your limit today. Maybe you're just placing your hand here on your back, on your low back, bringing the elbows in close together, inhaling into your chest. And as you exhale, maybe just try to create space between your hip and your shoulder, pushing the heart up. Or maybe you choose to bring the hands all the way to your heels. Option to also untuck your toes. Do what you can. Maybe don't even look at me. Don't try to see what I'm doing. For 2, inhale into your heart, push it up. Almost like you're distancing the chest from the shoulder. And slowly begin to come back. Sit on your heels, but don't round the back yet. Just sit with this a little, with the sensation. Deep inhale. Exhale. You can bring the hands onto the belly, into the heart. Inhale, low, all the way to the top. Let it out. At times I like to exhale as if I'm blowing a straw. So just a small hole in between my lips. Inhale through your nose. Through a straw, you exhale. You can do it again if you'd like. Slowly begin to open your eyes. Bring your hands all the way to the ground. Tuck your toes. Push yourself up and back. Open it all. And for the last time, begin to walk your feet all the way to the top of the mat. Legs together. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, bow down. Slowly begin to rise up. As you inhale, reach up into the sky. And as you exhale, let's keep this left foot centered. Now let's step the right foot behind the left leg. And we're going to grab the right wrist. Inhale to pull it up and away. Notice I lean back a little. Open this whole right side. And as you exhale, we're going to turn to the right, shift over our toes, and turn all the way to the back of the mat. Right foot meets your left. Inhale, look forward. Keep a little space in between your legs. And as you exhale, interlace your big toes with your peace fingers. Padangustasana. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, bend the elbows and bow down. Let's do this 2 more times. Inhale to look forward. Exhale, bow. Last time. Inhale to look. Exhale to bow and stay for 3. For 2. And 1. Slowly begin to look forward as you inhale. And as you exhale, melt down. Sit into a squat malasana where you can just stay here if you'd like. Just settle. Feel it out. Push the knees out. Feel the outer blades of your feet on the floor. Feel the top of your head rising up. Or if you have a lot of energy, you can bring the hands down and slowly shift into your crow. Feet up. Bring them in for 3. Come down little by little. And from here, we're going to slowly bring our knees in, down to the ground. And we're going to shift our weight to one side and just lay down on the ground. Hug your knees, pull them in. Massage your back on the floor. Relax a little bit. Knees down to the ground. Let's come into a simple twist, stretching the left leg and allowing the right knee to drop all the way to the left side. Arms are open. Inhale deeply into this right rib cage, and as you exhale, release the weight of your leg, of your arm, of your shoulders. Soften your face. Try to control your breath a little bit less. You can always exhale through your mouth a couple times if that helps you in any way. Calm down and just ground. Begin to bring the right leg back. Pull the left knee in as you stretch the right leg and shift sides. Left knee falls all the way to the right side. Open your arm. Try to soften your head. You don't have to force it to the right or to the left. Just, let it find its center. Not the one that you choose, but the one that is natural to your body. Last big inhale, a slow one. Begin to come back little by little. And you can stretch your legs here. You can bring the soles of your feet to touch in Supta Baddha Konasana. At times I like to push my low back towards the ground and just with my hands, fingers out, palms of my hands on my thighs, and I begin to exhale and push my hip down, decompressing my low back a little. Gentle. Explore here if you want. If not, just rest. Inhale slowly into your belly, into your rib cage and chest, and let the air spill out. And as you release the weight of your body onto the floor, allow time to pass differently, at least for now. Feeling every particle of air coming in and leaving, every part of your body softening. And if you want to stay for a bit longer, you can. If not, you can begin to move your arms and your legs a little. And if your knees are open, you can pull them in. Do whatever you need to until you're eventually able to roll over to your side. And begin to come back up to sit. Inhale deeply as you arrive. Let it out. As I say my goodbyes, maybe you could take just another minute to remain here with your eyes closed, or maybe with your eyes open, taking a moment to just observe yourself and where you are, so that you're able to leave this practice in another rhythm. And maybe another awareness. Thank you so much for your time. I'll see you next time. Namaste.